But our continuing focus here on India Today TV and on News Today remains the cash chaos and cash rush in the country. There's been another day of ruckus in the parliament and outside. The opposition taking on the Narendra Modi government over the issue of demonetization and demanding that the Prime Minister be in parliament and reply to the debate. Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi going a step further, demanding a JPC probe, calling the move the world's biggest impromptu financial experiment. Let's take a look first at all the attacks that the opposition mounted today on the centre as well as the Narendra Modi government's rebuttal. Listen in.
इस डिसीजन के पीछे एक स्कैम है और इस डिसीजन के कारण करोड़ों लोगों को जबरदस्त नुकसान हुआ है।
आम आदमी कोई परेशान नहीं है, वही लोग परेशान हैं जिनका अपना माल डूबा है।
हुकूमत ने बिल्कुल गलत फैसला लिया, वापस लेना पड़ेगा हुकूमत को।
मोदी जी मत समझाइए, आप भी मीटिंग करने जाएंगे तो कोई इसको प्रोटेस्ट नहीं करेंगे। हम लोग डरते नहीं है।
200 MPs who were standing outside today who want a debate to be allowed in the Lok Sabha.
पहले दिन के बाद चर्चा क्यों खत्म हो गई? क्योंकि विपक्ष के पास कुछ कहने के लिए रहा नहीं। पूरा देश इसमें साथ दे रहा है।
If there's anybody who's disrupting the parliament, is the Prime Minister by his obduracy and refusing to come to the parliament to answer.
They were demanding PM should come. PM came. Then they didn't allow the house to run.
He's come there and sat down. What does that mean? Let the debate happen. The government is scared to allow us an adjournment motion. That is the fact.
Okay, let me then try and sift the charges. Let's look at the 10 charges, the charge sheet which the opposition has made against the government. Charge number 1, lack of proper planning. Charge number 2, faulty implementation that the opposition claims has led to 60 deaths. Charge number 3, there is no contingency plan, no plan B. In fact, every day the government is forced to make new revisions. Charge number 4, inflation is set to increase, is the 4th charge. Charge number 5, and this is turning out in my view to be the most serious charge, the impact that this will now have on GDP and unemployment. Real fear of job losses, real fear of a decline in GDP. Charge number 6, farmers facing trouble ahead of the crucial Rabi season. They need the money for sowing their crop. Charge number 7, this is what the opposition claims, no impact on the big black money sharks. The choti machli have been caught, the big black money sharks have got away. Charge number 8, the black money which is in foreign shores has been forgotten. What's been done to get those who have Swiss bank accounts, for example? Charge number 9, the income tax officials have begun to haunt small traders, sending them notices. Charge number 10, which the government has responded by saying it's not a waiver, it's the non-performing assets of certain corporate houses have been waived off. The government, of course, denies these charges. In fact, the government is claiming that they've got a big thumbs up from the public for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's demonetization move. This is what the government is claiming are the results so far on the Narendra Modi app. In 24 hours, more than 5 lakh people, the government says, have responded. They say 98% think black money exists in India. 99% think the evil of black money must be fought. More than 90% feel that the government's move to tackle black money has a 4-star plus rating. 73% gave it apparently a 5-star rating. They think it is brilliant. 90% think, as I said, the government's way to tackle it is brilliant. 92% think demonetization will curb black money. 86% believe anti-corruption. People opposing the move are against corruption. 43% don't mind the inconvenience at all. 48% think the initial inconvenience is worth the greater good. So the government claims it's a clear thumbs up. Now, I've been traveling across the country for the last few days. I was in Uttar Pradesh yesterday, including in the Prime Minister's constituency and the village that he has adopted of Jaipur near Varanasi. Let me tell you what I found there. I found in that reality check, the ATMs were not working. In fact, for the past 13 days, the banks are giving soiled and torn currency notes and are running out of cash. This is my ground report from the Prime Minister's own model village of Jaipur near Varanasi.
We've come to the model village which has been adopted by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in his constituency. And we thought we'd find out from the villagers here whether the fact that this is the Prime Minister's own model adopted village has meant that there is no cash crunch here. Let's try and find out. फटा नोट दे दिया तुमको अभी तो 1:30 बजा है बैंक कह रहा है पैसा बंद हो गया 1:30 बजे 1:30 in the afternoon bank is saying the money is over फटे हुए नोट मिले चलिए चलिए देखते हैं बैंक में क्या है
At this point of time we have cash. हमारे पास पैसा है हम बांट रहे हैं अंदर आप जितना भीड़ देख रहे हैं पूरा विड्रॉल का है सबको पैसा
और ये बाहर जो भीड़ है
उसके बाद हमारे पास कैश खत्म होने का पोजीशन आ जाएगा मेरा गाड़ी आ रहा है ऑन दी वे है
गाड़ी आ रही है ऑन द वे है आप थोड़ा सब्र रखिए
कैश आएगी हम फिर बांटेंगे
अच्छा ये कह रहे हैं कि कुछ नोट ये कह रहे हैं फटे हुए नोट मिल रहे हैं इनको
हाँ ये चेस्ट से आए हुए हैं ये जो अभी जो नहीं चलेंगे मार्केट में वो हम वापस डिपॉजिट ले लेंगे
तो कितने बार लोग आएंगे
बेहतर नोट हमारे पास
तो इससे बेहतर नोट नहीं है
नहीं हमारे पास बड़े 2000 के नोट है
और छोटे नोट है ही नहीं
छोटे नोट में 100 के जितने आ रहे हैं हम बांट रहे हैं 50 के आ रहे हैं 10 के आ रहे हैं 20 के आ रहे हैं
लेकिन फटे हुए आ रहे हैं
सॉइल नोट्स आ रहे हैं
सर हमें 2000 अच्छा तो ये बताइए कोई समस्या है या नहीं है
समस्या कैश फ्लो का थोड़ा है बाकी तो बहुत अभी भीड़ कम है बहुत सिचुएशन कंट्रोल में
वो कह रहे हैं सिचुएशन कंट्रोल में है बाकी पैसा आएगा
पैसा मिलेगा लेकिन हमको इनको अंदर घुसा लेंगे तो अंदर हलचल हो जाएगी
वो हलचल हो जाएगी वो कह रहे हैं 1 घंटे बाद रुकिए
1 घंटे नहीं 11 बजे आते बोले 1:30 बजे 1:30 बजे अभी तक कुछ नहीं हो रहा है
1 घंटे में पैसा आ जाएगा आपके चले जाने के बाद में बोलेंगे पैसा आया ही नहीं तो क्या करें हम
तो आप कह रहे हैं हम आए इसलिए कह रहे हैं 1 घंटे में आएगा जैसे हम
ऐसा बात हो रहा है
आज 22 तारीख हो गया अभी तक एटीएम से लेन देन हुआ ही नहीं है
एटीएम 13 दिन से नहीं चल रहा है This is pretty shocking. For 13 days, since the 9th of November, since the Prime Minister's announcement, the villagers are saying in his own model village, the ATM has not been working. सही है ना 13 दिन नहीं चल रहा है ठीक है प्रधानमंत्री कार्यालय सुन रहे हैं आपकी बात शायद वो कुछ करेंगे जरूर
Okay, that's a slice of what has been happening in the Prime Minister's own constituency. ATMs are not working. There are soiled notes. There are serious question marks, therefore, over the way the cash crunch execution is being handled, particularly in rural India. The Prime Minister's model village is just 20 kilometers outside Varanasi. The big question that I want to raise then, given what we are seeing, is the opposition justified in what it is saying? Or is it an alliance of the corrupt as the government is calling it? Is the opposition united? And does it lack credibility? These are the questions I want to raise. Sambit Patra, the national spokesperson of the BJP, is with me. Jaiveer Shergill is the Congress spokesperson. Pawan Verma, former Rajya Sabha MP of the JDU. Shukhendu Shekhar Roy, Rajya Sabha MP of the Trinamool Congress. Gaurav Bhatia, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. I want to bring in all those opposition leaders today who hit the street to try and find out what they are trying to do. Shukhendu Shekhar Roy, please respond. You are being called an alliance of the corrupt, and there is a sense that is being given that particularly since the largest Jantar Mantar deposits in the last fortnight have come from West Bengal, the money of the chit fund scams in which your party is involved are now being put into banks. That is the allegation the government is now making, that is why your leadership led by Mamta Banerjee has hit the streets, because you are an alliance of the corrupt and you want to protect your cash. How do you respond?
Who is the hermit? Who is the hermit who has said this about Trinamool Congress or our party? I want to know his name.
1 minute.
Because
are you denying the fact that the largest amount of loans in Jantar Yojana have come now from West Bengal? Is there a denial on your part?
No. I don't have any figures with me. Government have. Let the government inquire. But the party, BJP party, has deposited 3 crores in a single branch of a nationalized bank in the morning of 8th of November, before the Prime Minister addressed the nation.
Sir, I'll come
and
to
according
the
to
BJP.
our sources, crores of rupees have been deposited by the BJP.
Sir, I'll come to the charge against the BJP. You respond to your charge.
Publishes its
You respond to the charge,
details.
Mr. Shukendu Roy, which is being made by the government against Mamta Banerjee and the Trinamool, that you are running scared because it is your chit fund cash money which has been blocked by the Prime Minister's move. That is the charge which is being made against you. This is not about demonetization. This is about your corruption.
This is the wildest allegation made by the government at the center, because the BJP party, they have shown in their accounts that 2,125 crores of rupees they received in their party fund during the past 10 years from unknown sources. Let them declare first. The hermits should declare first where from they have received this money. Nation want to know.
Sir, a nation wants to know a lot of things. I am asking you a question on Trinamool Congress. You are bringing in the BJP. No, I want to know. I am raising the question because one of the...
because
sir, does the opposition today have the credibility? Does the opposition have the credibility to target the government? But I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you, Shukendu Shekhar Roy, because you are not answering my question. How come West Bengal, a state where normally you will not get such a high inflow of deposits, suddenly has a big inflow in Jantan Yojana? You've not answered my question. But Sambit Patra...
Let them inquire and...
Okay, you are ready for an inquiry.
No, I have answered. Let them inquire and come out with all details.
Okay. Okay, you are daring the government to order an inquiry, but Sambit Patra...
Who has deposited? Let them inquire.
Sir, you made your point. Sambit Patra, please respond. In my story that you saw, in Jaipur, the Prime Minister's own model village, cash has run out, soiled notes are being given, ATMs have closed, and I saw on my way between Allahabad and Varanasi, small scale and medium enterprises are facing the prospect of job losses. I have a report here from Ambit Capital which says GDP could actually go down to just 1%. I mean, what is this going on? The fact is that your government is also not telling the full story to the country. You're saying this is a war on black money. In the process, you are causing economic chaos.
I'll answer you. First, when you asked me what is this going on, Rajdeep, all of the panelists over here, including you and me, we all know what is going on. We all knew all the while, the 70 years after India's independence, that there is a disease which has plagued India's economy, and this disease name is corruption, black money, and this malaise has to be taken head on. Only if we take head on, then we can cleanse it, we can clear it. Everyone knew it, no one had the courage to do it. Here is a man
Sir, but you
Narendra
do it
Modi
with planning.
who takes on...
Sir, you do a step with planning. Where is the planning?
You asked me a
in
set
the
of
Prime
questions.
Minister's own
Rajdeep,
constituency,
cool down.
Mr. Sambit Patra, the
Rajdeep,
cash
cool
is
down.
running
You have
out,
asked me a
jobs
slew of
are, people are
questions.
facing job losses.
Rajdeep, I cannot answer. Your questions are longer than the answers.
Yes.
Your question is so long that you have to give me certain seconds to answer them.
Please do.
Please don't be agitated, I'll answer you. Yes, number one. So here is a man who has the courage to attack scrubbing of black money, terror funding, counterfeit currency. Number two, do we have inconveniences? Would there be some change in India's economy? Well, yes, there are some initial inconveniences. We agree to that. But what are the larger benefits? Larger benefit is a changed economy of the country. Larger benefit is infrastructure development of country. Terror funding goes out to a large extent.
Inconvenience for how long, sir?
The report is in front of you.
Inconvenience for how long? Today a senior minister told me you have to wait for 2 quarters of pain. 2 quarters is 6 months. I can wait for 6 months. A daily wage labourer cannot. A small scale and medium enterprise cannot.
The daily wage labourer will not have to wait for 6 months. 50 days is all the Prime Minister has asked from this country. And the common man on the street, probably who is not well off than most of us in the studio over here, he or she is ready to contribute for the well-meaning of this country. But the irony is, the suited, booted ones, most of us who are debating, most of us who are in the parliament, they are saying that they are not ready to sacrifice, when the common man, the man on the street who has been suffering since last 70 years, he is ready to suffer for a while because he or she, despite the fact that they may not be educated, they realize the fact that, well, this is all done to retrieve the black money, this is all done for better management of this country in the years to come.
That is in the future. I am talking about the present, and I will come to you again, Mr. Patra. I am talking about the present. The present is the Trinamool Congress has to answer questions of allegations of their corruption, and the BJP has to answer questions of bad handling of the entire execution of this demonetization scheme. And the Congress, Mr. Jaiveer Shergill, has to answer the fact that maybe the Congress party itself, which ruled the country for most of the last 70 years, has to give the Prime Minister 50 days. Even before giving 50 days, Rahul Gandhi says this is a scam without proving where the scam is. We still don't know what the scam is. Rahul Gandhi says it's a scam, but we don't know, we don't have evidence of it. In fact, the government now claims 98% of the people are supporting the government. So you are out of tune with reality.
Rajdeep ji, let's start with the reality factor. When I read about this app and the feedback, if you just allow me 30 seconds, it reminded me of a Hindi classical joke. A kid goes to his mom, "Mummy, mummy, मैं class में first आया हूँ." She goes, "अच्छा शाबाश बेटे, class में बच्चे कितने थे?" He says, "मम्मी सिर्फ 2." So that is the reality of this feedback.
No, 1 minute.
Why
there are
33% of this. The kid and the mom. I think I know the name. The kid's name.
Sambit, I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you.
No, that's the kid
and
the mom.
I didn't interrupt you. We have some civility. If you allow me.
Sorry.
I will. I didn't.
Yeah,
second, second, PM forgot that the 83%. The PM forgot the 83% of the Indian population does not use a smartphone. Only 17% of the population uses a smartphone. Is this a genuine feedback? So the PM's feedback mechanism is a hogwash and does not reflect reality. The BJP has locked itself in a palace of mirrors and refusing to see reality. Are you telling me that only 9% of the rural India uses a smartphone and they have got this genuine feedback? So PM is primarily wants to indulge in a selective one-way communication and does not want genuine. And let me tell you on the opposition.
Mr. Jaiveer Shergill, Mr. Jaiveer Shergill, Rahul Gandhi claims it's a scam.
200 MPs.
No, Rahul Gandhi claims it's a scam. Where is the scam? Please tell me the scam. When we say there's a scam, when you say there is a scam, please show where the scam is taking place. Don't make loose comments.
No loose comments. Two reasons why this is a scam. Point one, it is our allegation that the BJP selectively leaked this information to help their affiliates and associates. There were pictures of 2,000 rupees notes being tweeted on 6th November. There were deposits, large deposits being made by BJP unit. So we have an allegation. We are not playing judge, jury and executors. We are merely demanding an inquiry. What is BJP's hesitancy or allergy to an inquiry? Are they denying the pictures were not released? Point one. Point two, it is our apprehension that this demonetization scheme was only done to clean the balance sheets of the banks and to write off the loans of huge corporates at the cost of the public money. We want an inquiry into that too. The Supreme Court. Today what is happening, Rajdeep ji? You started with that corruption versus, it's not corruption versus non-corruption. Today CM Fadnavis says all those people who don't support demonetization are anti-national. So the BJP cannot circumvent the opposition by launching some app. They will have to answer.
Can I get Sambit for a quick response and then go to Pavan Verma? Sambit Patra, the quick response I want, this app that the Prime Minister has put, it almost seems as if the government is becoming its own echo chamber. You are starting, it's almost as the government is forcing people to believe that this is going to clean up black money by using these apps saying 92% wanted, 98% wanted. It's, as they say, Mia Mithu, that you want to hear the things that you want to hear. You are becoming your own echo chamber.
Social media is not our own echo chamber. Echo chamber is 10 Janpat. Remember, social media is called social media because it is something which even probably the mainstream media may not.
Sir, social media is populated with your friends. Sir, you can buy Twitter trends in India. Are you going to make major policy decisions that will change this country based on Twitter trends? Please, Sambit.
Rajdeep, I think you are biased because you are not interjecting the Congress spokesperson.
No, I am. No, please don't make this allegation. Please take it back.
20 seconds, allow me 20 seconds.
No, but please take this allegation back.
Allow me the rebuttal.
Please take the allegation back.
Leave the allegation. You can rewind the tape and see for yourself. You have asked a question.
Please go ahead.
Allow me to answer.
Please answer.
Please, sir. I don't want to go into a tutu meme this way. I just want to answer. Number one, As far as the importance of social media is concerned, today the Congress is pointing fingers towards us, saying that this app is nothing but a palace of mirror. Remember Rahul Gandhi during 2014 election, when Mr. Narendra Modi's Twitter, social media and other aspects was touching the highest, in fact, in the country, Rahul Gandhi went ahead to say that he does not believe in social media, and that's the reason as to why he doesn't have a Twitter account. He had to eat his words, and he had to start the account of office of Rahul Gandhi, because he realized the importance of social media after the debacle in 2014. So please don't demean social media. Secondly, Jaivir is a very learned and educated person. I respect him personally. When he say write-off of loans, remember Jaivir, you know very well within your heart, writing of loan and waiving of loan are two different issues. Writing off loan means the loan has been shifted from one column to other column to maintain accounts. The second column is the stringent column.
I take your point. Sambit, I agree with you. That is a fact checker. That's a fact checker where you're right. You cannot say the loans have been written off as the Congress says, but putting the Prime Minister's app as the basis for saying demonetization has 98% support is questionable by some. But Pawan Verma, is there a sense, as I play those pictures of the crowds gathered today, 200 MPs outside, in Parliament, the protest by Mamta outside, is this, as the opposition is alleging, a united opposition, or is it a fractured opposition? Because the JDU, your own leader Nitish Kumar, has supported the Prime Minister on demonetization. Is this a united opposition force against demonetization, or are you worried that you will also be tagged as an alliance of the corrupt, so Nitish wants to maintain his distance?
Short answers, Rajdeep. First of all, Mr. Nitish Kumar supported the move as in the context of the need to fight black money. But he was also very quick to say that the implementation should have been better prepared for. Between intent, which we have supported, and implementation, there seems to be an unforgivable gulf between goals and the processes by which that goals have to be achieved. There seems to be a yawning gap, and we are critical of the avoidable hardship to the ordinary person in the name of fighting black money, a cause which we support. Now let me tell you that instead of wasting time and energy on these kind of WhatsApp small survey responses based on a very selective survey catchment area, the government should be actually devoting time to take steps on an emergency measure to alleviate the suffering of the people and to telescope the transitional period of economic dislocation. What does a survey like this mean? If a dish is being cooked and you don't know how it will taste, suppose you put out a series of questions which say, is cooking a dish wrong? Are cooks all bad? Is it right to keep people hungry?
Are you with the opposition or not?
The government is...
Mr. Pawan Verma, in all that you are saying, I am asking you, are you with the government or not? Are you with the opposition or not? Are you with the Mamta Banerjees? Are you with Rahul Gandhi when he says there's a scam? Are you with Mamta Banerjee when she wants a rollback?
I think that the opposition at present is united essentially on only one thing. Because each party can have different positions on the degree to which they are critical of this government and on what basis. Right now the opposition is united on the fact that even though the fight against black money is valid, the implementation has been so shoddy, badly prepared for, that it has led to avoidable hardship, and the government, instead of recognizing it, is trying to win a self-simulated perception war, which is unfortunate.
Can I come to that? Can I come to that self-simulated perception war in just a moment, because that is a question I want to raise. But to you, Gaurav Bhatia, as I traveled through UP, yes, there is a lot of inconvenience, but most people I also found were willing to give the Prime Minister the benefit of doubt. And the part of the reason is because his credibility is higher than the opposition. Your leader, Mulayam Singh Yadav, faces disproportionate asset cases. Mayawati faces disproportionate asset cases. Allegations have been made against your leaders of serious corruption in UP as a ruling party. They tend to believe the Prime Minister and give him the benefit of the doubt because no corruption charge till date has stuck to Narendra Modi.
Yeah. Rajdeep, please allow me some time because I've been listening to all the panelists.
No, reply to my question.
Questions. At the very outset, let me first inform you. I will. I'm coming to that. At the very outset, I think you need to know the facts, right? There is no case against Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav, and there never was. Not even FIR was registered in terms of disproportionate assets. So let's have our facts.
No. The fact checker is clear, sir. I have the fact checker. There was an investigation. There was a CBI investigation.
Rajdeep, no, Rajdeep. Rajdeep, you're wrong there. Again, I was the counsel in that matter. Let me apprise you. I'll only take 15 seconds and then move on to the main topic. The Supreme Court ordered a preliminary inquiry, and later in the preliminary inquiry, it was found that there is no case made out. And preliminary inquiry is a stage before registration of FIR. Having said that now, let's not waste time over that. You were talking about the spirit of the common man being able to bear the brunt. That is the beauty of the country, that the common man supports that we should fight against corruption, and so does Samajwadi Party. The problem starts when we have a deaf government which is far away from reality and is not even receptive to good suggestions coming from the opposition party.
So that may be, but the Prime Minister's credibility is higher than yours.
The hardship of the common man.
The Prime Minister's credibility, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, is higher than yours. That's what I found. People agree that the government needs to do more to alleviate their suffering, but people would rather trust the Prime Minister than trust Mulayam Singh or Mayawati.
Now, Rajdeep, that could be your perception, but I think if we won the UP Assembly elections by a huge margin, that also talks a lot about the credibility of Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav and Mr. Akhilesh Yadav. And I would rather leave it to the voters of Uttar Pradesh to decide and the voters of the country to decide who they want as their leader than an anchor to decide.
Can I?
Now, coming to the main point, I think I need to emphasize that the Supreme Court also, please don't interrupt me, Rajdeep, then I cannot at least put forward my points. Give me 1 minute uninterrupted, let me make my points, and you can ask me as many questions as you want. I would rely on the observations made by the highest court of the land, the Supreme Court of India, and they also reprimanded the government regarding the poor implementation of the policy. The high courts are also monitoring the situation, and there is poor implementation. And it is very visible why. I will give you a reason. They brought in rupees 2,000 notes. They talk about fighting corruption. How does a higher denomination help the government in fighting corruption or black money? Had they brought rupees 1,000 notes and rupees 500 notes in the first place, there was no need to recalibrate the ATMs. That's a huge problem. Second, our suggestion came that please allow rupees 500 and rupees 1,000 notes in private hospitals. 10 days have passed, they have not implemented the move. We have lost human lives, and we need to be sensitive to the loss of human lives. This government is not sensitive. That is very unfortunate. And most importantly, look at the approach. You just now said, why do you make allegations without proof? What is the BJP doing? It is isolating itself when top leaders of the BJP come out in the open and they say anybody who's making a suggestion has black money. Do they have any proof to make such irresponsible statements about
Can I take that to Sambit Patra? Mr. Bhatia, you made your point. Mr. Bhatia, you made your point. No, let me take it. Sambit Patra. Sambit Patra, you are criticizing anyone who's questioning demonetization. Your leader says anti-national. Anyone who questions demonetization, and some of the world's top economists are now questioning in India and outside. You call them anti-national and you call some corrupt. How long is this going to continue? That anyone who questions your demonetization, anyone who questions the mess, and I use the word mess that we are now in, is also being questioned. The fact is, every economist is now warning of a decline in GDP, of job losses. Some of the most respected houses are claiming that, who do surveys on India. Is everybody corrupt? Everybody anti-national who questions demonetization?
First, Rajdeep, let me correct you. I mean, you say it is a mess, but the people of the country say it is a bless. So the mess and the bless for the ones...
Because the people don't know the reality, and that's going to hit them in 3 months when GDP and job losses go down.
Rajdeep, this is not fair.
There's no mess? You're saying there's no mess?
Uninterrupted time.
Are you saying there's no mess?
Why do you get agitated, Rajdeep?
I am agitated for the people of this country because we are sitting in AC studios. I have come from the streets and the villages. You should go and see what's happening in the villages, Mr. Patra.
This is the agitation of biasness, Rajdeep. I allege that.
Sorry.
You have to allow me. You have not even heard me. You have not even heard me and you are agitated.
Please go ahead.
I have not even answered you. Yes.
Please
Number
go ahead.
one, when you say that when you quote certain economists saying that the economists are worried about what is going to happen in this quarter, let me tell you, please go through all the economic surveys, all the economists' opinion. Most of the economists, rather I would say all the economists are of the view that, well, yes, there are certain fallouts initially on the economy, but the larger gain is so huge that this is one of the mother of all reforms. This is a game changer for Indian economy. Most of the economists believe this. Number one.
No, sir.
Number two,
I am reading the top economist, Ruchir Sharma, who writes.
Just a second,
Ruchir
Rajdeep,
Sharma, Morgan Stanley,
while Gaurav Bhatia
Swaminathan Iyer, Raghuram Rajan apparently had his reservations.
After you can.
Are these not good economists?
Would you read out the others as well, or you just pick and choose?
No, please.
Pick and choose.
I am willing to bet out of 50 economists, 40 today are saying demonetization is the kind of shock that India did not need. Let's put a bet on this.
Let me bet something, Rajdeep. Rajdeep, please don't be agitated. Allow me to complete at least. We have heard everyone. Allow the spokesperson of BJP also to speak.
Please do.
Number one, Rajdeep, you have been looking into media since long. There are young spokespersons over here in this panel. I tell you, all of us, including you, me and everyone else, has been saying, when will India change? How would India become a Singapore? How would we become a US? But none of us are daring to take a step. We only want to dream big, not perform. Here is a man who has taught us, just don't dream.
Okay.
Let's take a step towards the dream. Well, yes, there are some inconveniences, but the man has promised. Not beyond 15 days. And I tell you, years after today, when the history of this country would be written, the history would be judged by the fact when this whole reform process was taken on, who were the parties who were standing on the wrong side and which were the parties which were standing on the right side. And just my conclusion in 10 seconds. Yes. Conclusion in 10 seconds. Rajdeep, I know at the end, while you go for sleeping, you tweet a song. I have a small doha for you which you can tweet tonight, and this is for my friend Gaurav as well. Maya ki maya gai, diye mulayam roye. Maya ki maya gai, diye mulayam roye. Eh jhatke ka ab koi यहाँ इलाज न होई. रहीमन रद्दी हो गई बड़ी करेंसी नोट यूपी और पंजाब में कैसे मिले हो.
May I respond with a couplet?
Yes, Pawan Verma respond with a couplet, then I'll go to Jaivir. Yes, Pawan.
Can I?
Let Pawan Verma respond with a couplet.
No.
Let Pawan Verma respond with a couplet, yes.
I just want to say,
yes.
I just want to say to Samvit.
Yes, go ahead.
Just a second.
Yes, Pawan Verma.
When Samvit says that what has been aimed to be achieved has already been achieved or will be achieved in a manner that this will be the most path-breaking reform that we have ever seen. He forgets that his own Prime Minister is saying that so much more needs to be done. And Mr. Nitish Kumar has also spoken about the need to attack Benami property, money abroad and black money lying in gold and bullion. But my response as a couplet was, he quoted this. But after seeing the WhatsApp survey, the couplet is, Khatavar samjhegi dunya tujhe. खतावार मीन्स गिल्टी राजदीप. खतावार समझेगी दुनिया तुझे बस इतनी भी ज्यादा सफाई ना दे. I mean, the process is in transition right now.
No, 1 minute.
We don't know how long it will take.
1 minute,
and even before a discussion in Parliament can take place and the Prime Minister clarifies the situation, you do a WhatsApp survey.
I have a better 1 minute, Gaurav. Before that, I want to ask you, 1 minute.
Quote a couplet.
1 minute. 1 minute, sir, and I'll ask my producer one by one. Jaivir, the simple question to you, Jaivir, is this. At the end of the day, there is perception. And the sense one gets is the perception is still that the Prime Minister has taken a bold step, the kind that the Congress could not take in several years. Now, whether that step works or not is another matter. But the perception war is being won by Narendra Modi. Now, you can criticize the app move, you can criticize the manner in which the execution has taken place, but people seem to trust the Prime Minister more than they trust the opposition. Why don't you accept that? And you will have to provide concrete evidence beyond wild charges to actually claim that Mr. Modi has made a grave mistake.
Rajdeep ji, the perception is also exposed. PM's crusade against black money is fake and lacks genuinity. Today, Supreme Court asked them why in 2.5 years a Lokpal has not been appointed, and the government did not have any cogent reasons. The PM does not appoint one of the most important positions of fighting corruption, that is Lokpal, and then give sermons on corruption. The PM does not speak on important issues of corruption of Vyapam scam, Lalit Gate, Vasundhara Raje, and then gives us lessons on corruption. So I think,
but the people trust him.
Tell me
the
how many people named in Panama.
Modi. You cannot deny that he has a high level of trust.
Have been proceeded against.
The people believe Mr. Modi is trying. The Congress was status quoist. The Prime Minister is seen as a change agent. That's why he got elected in 2014. Why deny him that? You are aligning with the likes of people who've gone to jail, people who have serious corruption charges with them. You align with them, with the opposition parties on that. How can the Congress then? The Congress itself has several cases of corruption. The Prime Minister doesn't have any corruption case that has stuck to him yet. That's the truth also.
Well, Rajdeep ji, firstly let me tell you about the perception in a better way. देश ने मांगी थी उजाले की फकत की एक किरण. देश ने मांगी थी उजाले की फकत की एक किरण. निजाम ने हुक्म दिया चलो आग ही लगा दी जाए. So in the disguise of fighting corruption, the Prime Minister has suffocated the already limping and crippled economy of this nation. That farmer from and that lady who lost a premature baby is not bothered about his corruption. Why? The PM has to acknowledge 70 lives have been lost due to his poor implementation. How come the PM is behaving so arrogantly and exhibiting insensitivity by even not refusing to acknowledge in Parliament that people are dying? So how many lives will this demonetization scheme take?
Okay, will you accept, Gaurav, I'll get you the final word on your Doha, but Sambit Patra, will you at least finally respond to this? Somewhere there is a lack of empathy. You know, when people at the end of the day are inconvenienced, you are relying on a WhatsApp app to say all is well. No, all is well, be happy. Are you going to tell people when people are inconvenienced, don't worry, WhatsApp app says everything is fine? I mean, what is this going on? This is a self-simulated exercise, Sambit Patra.
Oh well, Rajdeep, now don't get annoyed and agitated and attack me. I'm just going to answer you very candidly. It's not about the WhatsApp, it's not about just the survey. It is about the fact that people have supported this move. And yes, you, me and Pawanji also know that people are on the ground, and you rightly spoke about that the people are supportive because people see Mr. Modi as an agent of change. The change which should have happened in this country long back could never happen. Remember, 2007,
but
Mr.
change has to be always
tried the cash transaction tax. Mr. Chidambaram tried the cash transaction tax, but he did not have the courage.
Sir, but change cannot be without planning. Change cannot be without planning. Change cannot be some instant bullet that one day I get up and say I'm changing the country.
This is without planning, but just a second.
Where is the planning? Acknowledge that this has been badly planned and executed.
I'm speaking on that. I mean, the opposition wanted that all this should have been discussed with the opposition prior to declaring it. That means the surprise element should have been given. That means the opposition should have been given all the fair chance to deposit the Sarda, the Narda, the Herald money where they wanted to dehoard it, which this government has not done. And people realize if Sonia ji and Rahul ji are out on bail because of 5,000 crore Herald case, that money now has become trash. Sarda Narda has now become trash. They're trying the Jandhan account, but in a big way, people realize this, and that is the reason as to why they are supporting the Modi government. As far as the couplet is concerned, Mudra mati ho gayi, Modi bhaye kumhar, Neta mili ke roye rahe, aisa hua prahar.
Arey wah. So, Gaurav Bhatia, final couplet to you. Since this is a day of couplets, I'll give you the final couplet. I have 30 seconds left. Give me a couplet.
I will.
What is the couplet?
I will respond by a couplet because Rajdeep, yes, Rajdeep, घर में बैठे हैं नरेंद्र मोदी जी और भाजपा के नेता और जनता और ऑपोजिशन पार्टी बाहर है। मैं कहूंगा मंजिल मिल ही जाएगी भटक कर ही सही, गुमराह तो वो हैं जो घर से निकले ही नहीं। एक बार घर से निकल के बाहर जो तकलीफ है वो लोगों की देखते तो शायद इनको दर्द समझ में आता जनता का। And what about the 90% of the black money that is stashed abroad? They've done nothing.
Let's leave it there.
Why are they weakening the anti-corruption
Let's leave it there, sir.
But I felt Gaurav's couplet would be Shivpal and Akhilesh.
Required for Babus.
I thought Gaurav's couplet would be Shivpal and Akhilesh.
Let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. Pawan Verma, Sambit Patra and Gaurav Bhatia and earlier Jaivir Shergill and Shukendu Shekhar Roy. At the end of the day, what we are seeing playing out is clearly politics inside Parliament, no debate taking place. The Prime Minister, for some reason, doesn't want to reply to the debate, and the opposition, for some reason, doesn't want to have the debate without the Prime Minister. You and I, as taxpayers, are losing money every day because of the logjam in Parliament. And think about it, whatever happened to the goods and services tax, remember that? In India, unfortunately, today's news can become tomorrow's history. That's the way it is, and I can tell you, having gone through the villages of Uttar Pradesh, stand in a queue for 5 hours as a farmer waiting to get money for his seeds, and you'll know you have a problem. Let me just not say any more. Welcome back. Let's come to the story that's breaking at the moment. In a bid to reduce tension along the line of control, the Pakistan Director General Military Operations has now called his Indian counterpart requesting for a DGMO level talks. This after 3 Pakistan soldiers were killed in retaliatory firing. Remember, this is the first time the 2 DGMOs have spoken since the surgical strikes in late September. Remember, tension along the border and line of control has peaked in recent weeks. Repeated ceasefire violations by Pakistan and then the killing of 3 Indian soldiers who were martyred, including one Jawan whose body was mutilated. Gaurav Sawant is joining me with the very latest. Gaurav, give us more details on the meeting or the talks that the 2 DGMOs have had.
Pakistan's DGMO called up the Indian DGMO General Ranbir Singh at 1800 hours, that's 6 p.m. Rajdeep, and sought de-escalation of tensions along the line of control. He informed the Indian DGMO that a civilian bus was targeted in which there were civilian casualties in Pakistan, which India regretted, but told Pakistan that ceasefire violations are completely unacceptable. Pakistan is using civilian areas to target Indian military installations. Ceasefire violations, mutilation of the Indian Jawan, that's completely unacceptable, and should that happen, India will respond. Punitive strikes will take place, following which the 2 decided to de-escalate the situation. So after 6 p.m. today, there has been absolutely no firing or shelling anywhere across the line of control. But Rajdeep, India is alert because Pakistan in the past has also sought de-escalation, and yet terror activities have happened. So next 6 days, till General Rahil Sharif retires, if at all he does, these are extremely crucial. He sees himself as the Napoleon Bonaparte of Pakistan. He does not want to go with a slap on his face, either the surgical strike or the terror attack in Quetta. So he'd want to go in a blaze of glory, mounting a big ticket, whether it's a terror attack like Uri or Pathankot or something else, a big incident at LC. We still do not know. But as of now, there is peace at the LC, kind of a no war, no peace situation.
Okay. The quick update there from Gaurav Sawant. Appreciate your joining us. Now to our Only in India segment today. Normally we do good news today, but today we decided to do an Only in India story. Now, from his bulletproof Toyota Land Cruiser Prados to his luxury bus to his Z Plus security, Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao is in the news again, this time because of his bulletproof bathroom. Watch this report of our VVIP Netas at it once again.
Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao is always in the news for his bizarre expenditures. This time KCR has got his bathroom fitted with bulletproof glass. He has also got his bedroom protected with high quality glass. Rao is expected to move into his dream house on Thursday. The fortress-like home of the Telangana Chief Minister sprawls over 1 lakh square feet with more than 50 personal guards keeping watch on it. From the estimated 35 crores, the cost of construction is up to 50 crores now.
finally tomorrow the Telangana CM will shift in his new bungalow. This bungalow is unique as the entire bungalow has made bulletproof by the officials. This bungalow has spread in almost over 1 lakh square feet area. This bungalow has 200 vehicle parking apart from all modern amenities.
Rao is also known to enjoy his Z+ security status when he travels. Not long ago, the CM replaced his old convoy of Toyota Fortuners with Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. He spent 4.5 crore rupees on each of the 4 brand new cars in August 2015. KCR was also in news for gifting himself a bulletproof Mercedes-Benz luxury bus, which cost the state around 5 crores. The high security measures at KCR's new Begumpet home is being justified as the Chief Minister plans to use the location as his office as well as his home. Bureau Report, India Today.
VVIP netas, some of them will never change. Quite a bathroom that the Chief Minister is getting there for himself. That's it on the show tonight. Our image of the day, famous American talk show host Ellen DeGeneres broke down while being awarded the President Medal of Freedom by US President Barack Obama. Ellen was introduced with a brief summary of her decades of activism, contribution to pop culture. The Presidential Medal of Freedom is the highest honor a civilian can receive in the United States. That's our image tonight. Good night. Goodbye.